Good morning. This is Veterans Views Radio Show, WJOB 1230 AM 1047 FM. And we are Veterans Views. We have been on the radio for almost 2 decades, and we are an award-winning radio show. We're going to bring you the most current updates. And the primary question today that I think everybody's going to ask is, are we at war with Iran? Full-blown attacks last night, and we attacked over 12 different strategic areas in retaliation of the Iranians shooting at some of the ships going through the strait. So that's going to be what our topic is, just to kind of kick off the show. And that's really where everybody in the world right now is thinking, because this happened overnight, and it's very volatile. Obviously, we have the immediate impact at the gas pump when these things do kick off, but there's a bigger plan here, and I'm gonna bring in our co-host here on Veterans Views Radio Show. We got Steve Bramer.
Good morning.
All right, Purple Heart recipient, Army veteran, DAV Chapter 17 commander.
Hoorah!
We also have Marine.
Hoorah!
Commander Donna Ostrander.
Good morning.
Hammond Victory Post 168, which is the founder Legion of this show. Yep. So Donna's got a lot of history in the region, as well as experience with the American Legion and in military affairs, and somewhat of a history buff. So maybe we can talk a little bit about that, correlating with the current, let's say, pulse of the Middle East. Okay, so I don't know if you guys all read up on this, because when I woke up this morning, this was just what the news was on my phone, obviously, okay. And I was reading up on it. But 12 attacks that we retaliated to Iran, and because they had shot at some major shipping carriers throughout the strait, and it's just been back and forth. And oddly enough, for the last couple hours, it has seemed to settle. But in retaliation of our 12 major strikes on their strategic oceanfront areas in Iran, they shot at many of our partnered allies in the Middle East, including Jordan, which has kind of been off the set for a while. Yeah. They usually stay out of things, and that's kind of, I don't want to really say it, but it's kind of been like a safe hub for the most part for military troops, U.S. troops. And so the attack there, to me, it means business. And of course, I was just there a year ago, and we were doing bunker dives, and I was always thinking, this is bull crap. No one's ever going to, this is Jordan, right? And we're jumping in these bunkers all the time, and the sirens are going off. And now it's the real deal Holyfield. Like, they're over there getting shot at, and so it's a terrible situation. But Iran is banking on the midterm elections.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
that's why you think they're... Because I was wondering, it almost seems petty why they're arguing right now, because Iran wants people to go through the Oman Strait, I think it is. Well, but the United States is telling people, you go wherever you want. Just go. So it just seems like a little bit of a power struggle between the two on who controls it. But... yeah.
Well, Iran has this concept, and it's all over their local news media, that they want to create this third revolution of like a combatant united front in the Middle East.
Well, they bombed all their allies in the Middle East, so I don't think they're going to get much help with that.
Yeah, but they're forcing them. Like, so Qatar, for example, right? Mm-hmm. Qatar is swinging now towards the side of Iran, although they have been attacked several times.
Yeah.
And moving away because the pressure of the local economy as far as shipping and oil around the area, Iran has a lot of stronghold over these countries that, eventually they're going to bend to it.
It's not just them. I mean, what is it? They said England has enough jet fuel for to last the summer, maybe?
Yeah.
Like, it's bad.
Oh, yeah. Well, so a big part of Iran's plan is to, number one, reorganize the Houthis in Yemen, okay? So there's another major port on the complete other side of that ocean front where the Red Sea goes up through the Strait of Saudi, goes through the other, let's see, the eastern border of Saudi Arabia. And if the Houthis can control that launch point for supply, I mean, those are two of the biggest economic shipping points in the world. And then you would have at that point, Iran has control now of Yemen and the Houthis again, strengthening their force, which then allows them to control Qatar, control the Emiratis, right? And that's what their goal is. Choke off the supply, bust the world economy. They think that they've won at this point because they think that America is going to have to back down because of the midterm elections. It's so political here, you know?
Yeah. Well, I don't think as a country we're going to back down. Not now. We can't.
Right.
I mean, how can we? You
Yeah.
know? I know they, you know, our airstrikes, we hit about 90 targets, air defense systems, naval assets, and missile sites. But what gets me about that statement is naval assets. I thought we destroyed their navy a couple times.
Right.
Those,
So, you know, this
swift
stuff
boats.
this stuff is not making any sense.
Yeah, and I just heard a report this morning that they still have 70% of their ammunition and their forces.
Yeah.
Like 70. That's
Okay.
totally different of what we've been told the last few months.
Yeah, but Iran lies.
What is it that
sure.
what is it that they're using? They're using the swift boats?
Yeah.
And then what are they using? Drones? Is that how they're bombing everybody?
Well, they're trying to use drones. We still have two big carriers out there. We have the Washington and the Lincoln. Huge carriers from the Navy.
Well, they fired some ballistic missiles and drones at the U.S. bases in Bahrain and Kuwait last night.
Yeah.
So, and,
Yeah.
and you know, they attacked a couple ships, and that's what started all this.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
It's almost like who wants to get the last word now.
yeah.
You know? Like,
yeah, and you know, this quote unquote ceasefire was tenuous at best. You know, who are we actually negotiating with? Because over there, you have the military that has declared themselves in charge of everything. And then you have I don't know what they call them, their prime minister or their government side, who are the ones negotiating. But everything they agree to, the military says, no, we're not doing that. So why are we even negotiating with those people? Why aren't we negotiating with the people that actually control stuff? Or maybe they don't want to negotiate.
I don't know. From what I understand, this window right now that they're sitting in, where there hasn't been any action, it's been a couple hours of just ominous silence after like a big active night.
Yeah.
I just, from what I've been reading and what I watched on a report this morning, is that like it's in both parties' interest to work together and get this thing figured out, because you're just creating more damage, more chaos. But it just, I don't know. Is this thing going to drag out? Are we back at war? Like,
Yeah.
Last night was a significant step back on that ceasefire, right?
Yeah.
And even, I mean, obviously a broach of the ceasefire. What do you call a ceasefire?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
when you shot, America shot 12 targets and Iran shot 3 different countries.
Right.
You know?
Right. I don't think this is going to end with negotiations. I
Yeah.
really don't. And sad to say, I don't want to see boots on the ground in Iran, because then we're just in another 20-year war with Iran.
Yeah.
I
We
mean,
still have the Marine Expeditionary Forces there too. So the of course we still have a ton of assets all over the place, but they've created, from what I've read, billions of dollars of U.S. damage. Billions.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had been out there where I was last year in Kuwait, and there's several bases out there. You've got air bases, you've got joint force headquarter bases, like, and that's not even the biggest. The biggest one's in like Qatar. I mean, you have bases in UAE. You've got bases all over, and these
Right.
places are smoked now. Like, Iran has blown them up, you
But
know,
you know,
and that's billions of dollars worth of equipment, buildings, infrastructure, assets, movement, mobility. I mean, you're talking about chain of supply throughout the entire, just all messed
Yep.
up. Imagine.
And the thing is you mentioned the money. You got to follow the money. You know, who's gonna get those contracts to rebuild all this stuff?
oh yeah,
You know,
KBR.
Yeah. BlackRock, all those. And so you got to follow that too. I mean, maybe, there's always stuff that goes on behind the scenes that we don't know about. So what's going on behind the scenes right now with all of this? We can always speculate, but of course we're never going to know what the plans are.
Yeah.
And I think that negotiating with Iran was a losing situation. Anyway.
There's got to be a couple like high generals and admirals.
Yeah.
Who, when this was all talked about at first, was like, you don't want to go.
Yeah.
you don't want to start this.
Yeah.
It ain't going to end quick. I mean, I don't know. It's just dumb. It's so dumb. I don't even know why we did it to begin with. But
well, they didn't want them to have nuclear weapons, but it's such a tricky subject. I think, I'm always for trying to diplomacy first, but maybe they did try diplomacy, and obviously it didn't work.
Maybe.
What are your thoughts out there, listeners and viewers? Like, are you war torn? Do you have a little bit of war fatigue?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because this is an age-old story here, and we're starting to sound like we did 20 years ago.
Yeah.
We're there
weapons
for
of mass
weapons
destruction.
of mass
Where have I heard that
destruction,
before?
and we go into 2 different countries, and we're at war for 20 years, and this one was supposed to be swift and clean and kind of,
They always
smack
say
them
that.
on the wrist.
Yeah.
Right? And now all of a sudden it's...
Well, here's the thing. You were there for what was it called? The 12-day war?
Yeah.
Last year. And the thing is last year when we bombed them, it was, okay, we've annihilated their nuclear capabilities. So if we that's the thing. I'm so tired of being lied to. Did we annihilate it or not? We annihilated it. Yay, go us.
completely decimated.
Yeah.
Has come out of the White House.
Now we're back there doing it again? I mean,
If it's
come on.
completely
Which is it?
decimated, and it is literally came out of the press conferences leaders' mouths, we have killed all of their leadership at the 3rd level, right?
And the guy, the Khomeini, he hasn't been seen since February. Since this all started. So I don't even.
I don't blame him.
Well, nobody knows if he's alive or not. He hasn't been on TV. He hasn't been in. There's been nothing from him. I mean, they've had quote unquote notes from him, but are they really from him?
I
I
mean, when you look at like Bin Laden, for example, after he was finally captured and killed, they were able to see like how he had been running the whole time. It was not fun. Like he was not like in one place for more than like a day or two.
Oh yeah,
he just had to keep moving.
And then they pulled Saddam out of that hole. I think everybody remembers that. That dude looked terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, hiding from the U.S. is not a fun thing. Especially now. That was 20 years ago.
I know.
Hiding in a hole.
Right.
Imagine where you got to hide now.
Yeah. It's going to be difficult. And I think that this whole situation, I don't know. There's no easy answer now.
Yeah.
Do we just keep bombing them?
We got a caller. Hey, caller. Welcome. You're on Veterans Views Radio.
Good morning.
Oh, there he is.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good.
All right. Good morning, Joe.
Got a quick question for you. The politics of the Middle East and Rocky, you got a unique perspective on this. Weren't they the ones that were saying to the military, United States military, negotiation first because we don't want to get bombed. We don't have the capacity to defend, and we'd rather see a solution. And their version of a ceasefire is, well, instead of 10 missiles, they only shot 2, and they're absorbing it. So tell me what the mindset is there. That will tell you the politics of why we're negotiating, but they're not keeping their end of the bargain.
Right.
And are the civilian population in Iran really rebelling, or is it just show?
I don't think that they're necessarily rebelling right now because they're afraid of being shot.
Yeah.
Because they're back in, what was it, January? When they killed, 30,000 of their own people on the street. There were videos that got leaked out of Iran that just show the troops just shooting people on the street.
Yeah, and they reported like 3,000 deaths, but then in actuality, insiders had reported, like you said, tens of thousands.
There's a couple of people I follow online that are Iranian citizens that are here now, and their take on all this is that they don't want the regime anymore, of course. They escaped the regime, so they don't want it. And their families that are still over there suffering don't want it. But how do you rise up when you don't have any weapons?
It's just unreal. And they want regime change. We've been told that there's basically a regime change. And it just it still continues. I'll say this, that there is a lot of war fatigue in that area as recent as last year. I can't speak to the Iranian population because obviously we weren't over there other than the airstrikes on the nuclear sites. But I will tell you that the Emiratis, the Kuwaitis, the Jordanians, the Saudis, every other ethnicity that I spoke with, either via translator or just with joint military training, because we did a lot of that. We did a lot of joint. We even trained with Pakistanis. We trained with Turkey. We trained with Israel. We trained with a lot all over there, and it's for building relationships for reasons like this, you know. But I'll tell you that all of them are they're just done. They're just fed up with it, you know. And Iran has been the bully for so long. And when we were there, the main focus was to make sure that the Red Sea was able to receive shipment.
Okay.
Because that was what the Houthis down in Yemen it's basically the southern border of Saudi Arabia on the other side of where the Strait of Hormuz is. Okay, two different avenues. All right, two different basically like major hubs. Okay, that's what our focus was last year. Okay, and they were tightening it up on that, and that was causing a lot of volatility. And we pretty much destroyed the Houthis. Yeah, and that wasn't like a major news broadcast because they're more of like a gang than I think an actual military force. They like to say that they're a military force, and they would shoot mid-range, but they were very ineffective. They didn't have a lot of organization. But Iran's goal is to get them back up and running. If they shut off both of those major hubs, I mean, you're talking about huge economic consequences, more than $4 a gallon. Yeah, I tell you.
I think Iran, and specifically like those groups, Houthis, are banking on the fact that some of these people out there, they don't care who wins, they just want it to stop.
Yeah.
And
that's why I think that Iran feels like they have the advantage, because although Qatar, Saudi Arabia don't want to lean in with the bad guys, right? At some point, it's like, this has got to stop. Let's just shake their hands and move on. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And that's what America does not want to happen. Right. You know?
Right.
Exactly. I was wondering what was keeping those countries from saying, you know what, we gotta settle this. I mean, and then with all the, and I know you can't really talk about it, but I would think that with all of the satellite that we have covering that whole area, I'm just shocked that we haven't flooded the tunnels and dragged the rats out of there.
I know. Yeah. Me too.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't understand how we can't find their. I mean, they obviously have drones up to wazoo.
Yeah. Well, they have their missile launchers are mobile, so they shoot and then they're gone.
Yeah.
So finding them is
I mean,
difficult.
There's so much technology out there right now, and speaking to that, it's kind of interesting because I was just talking about that this week, that war is not what it was when Steve was there. Okay, it's totally different, right? Boots on ground is so ineffective compared to the things that we do now. And this is on YouTube, so I'm going to speak about it. Okay. Because it leaked onto YouTube, and it's not, obviously, I don't worry about my security clearance at all because it's already public. Yeah. But I will say that I was in an area, and we were watching a major activity, okay? And it was on the big screen, so it was in the Central Command area, and I basically watched in real time a drone, a U.S. drone, smoke about 30 Houthis.
Wow.
Okay, they were in a formation in Yemen, and they
was it a bomb or?
Well, our drone took them out.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And they were just wiped off the face of the
Wow.
earth. Just completely annihilated. Like when the dust settled on the screen, they call it the scout screen. There was nothing left there. It was
Wow.
gone. There was a platoon, maybe a company-sized
Yeah.
gang, right? And they were trying to be like they're in the military and like form and stuff like that. But they,
Yeah.
they're scabs, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But in real life, I seen this and it didn't affect me in any way, right? Like I just watched 30 people in real life just get wasted, and it's like watching a video game. It has no effect on people. It's not like you're pulling the trigger behind a sniper rifle,
Right.
because that affects you.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That there's emotion involved, and so I think back at that, and I don't even like. Doesn't even bother me at all. I don't even care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that insensitive, or am I just that desensitized? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of all the stuff.
I think it's a combination of the two, sir. You're a great guy, and I have to sign off, but I appreciate this inside knowledge. I really do.
Yeah.
You guys are having a really good show. And
thank you, Joe.
congratulations again, and take care, guys.
All right.
Yep.
You too, Joe.
Thanks,
Thanks
Joe.
for calling.
Oh, just wait until what Donna brings up in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on what you said, I think that's where we're headed.
Oh yeah.
Where you can have drones, and now these drones are going to be controlled by AI. And,
Oh, yeah.
And I think it was 2 or 3 months ago we had the first person killed without a human being involved in it.
A U.S. asset.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
It was all AI. The AI made a decision of
This is the enemy.
this is the enemy. I'm going to kill him, and
That is
that was the end of
so
it.
dangerous.
But-
I cannot believe we're
I
at
don't
this
think these
point,
people saw
ain't it?
Terminator.
I know.
No. Turkey's already got a fleet of drones that has over 30 confirmed kills.
Really?
AI powered.
Wow.
They do not get controlled by human beings. Over 30
That's crazy.
confirmed kills from their fleet of artificially intelligent powered drones.
That's crazy.
Now
Oh my
these
God.
drones are deciding that you're the bad guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you're in the wrong uniform,
Yeah.
or what if one of these drones like color camera is a little messed up and
Right.
sees you differently and you,
Yeah.
you get smoked
right.
and it's like your drone.
Yeah.
When
takes
did they say, "Oh wait, we can't do that"? I mean,
Yeah.
where is that? I mean,
Well,
I would
they're-
assume that's
they're-
built in there somewhere.
They're really effective now because well, we were taught that it takes, I mean, you got a 30 mag round, right? Or 30 mag M16 or M4. It takes at least 20 to shoot a drone once. So they're saying like within a range of, effective range of maybe 100 meters, you'll miss 19 out of 20 times on a drone.
I believe it.
They're hard to hit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so they're
A
issuing
moving aerial target.
Yeah.
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 and they're issuing shotguns and things like that. But even that, I could shoot clay pigeons and stuff pretty effectively. And I've only been clay pigeon shooting once in my life, and I shot like 70 out of 100.
Yeah.
And it was all kinds. So you could do it.
could do
Have
it.
you seen the videos from the Russia-Ukraine about? I mean, there's so many videos out there of showing drone footage
Yeah.
of drone hits.
Yes. And here's another thing
Yeah,
Pat and
that's
I
where
were
it's
talking
at
about
right
a
now.
couple weeks ago is that they have these bullets or bombs or whatever you want to call them. They put your DNA in there and it follows you till it kills you.
Wow.
Yes.
Dang. That's like a
Yeah.
mosquito.
That's some
Yeah.
James Bond
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's think about it. The stuff that we get, whether it's GPS or whatever it is from the military, they've been using it for 20 years before we ever see it. So there's stuff that they're doing right now that is 20 years beyond what we can even think about.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. I
And,
never
and,
heard of
and
that.
I think the conversation turned because we were talking about how the collusion of potential enemies, getting together in the Middle East, and then the current status of warfare and how things are completely different than 20 years, but so much similar than what it was 20 years in so many ways. And we just get down this rabbit hole of modern warfare. It is scary. And the reality is that nobody's thinking of is when does Iran take it here?
Yeah. Yeah.
When is the Middle East going to start showing up?
Well, they're already here.
Right. when are they going to start making major attacks in this country? Because we have top line security. I mean, it's tough, but it's not impossible, and that's proven by 9/11. You know, but obviously that was 20-some years ago, and we've tightened up the screws since then. But it's scary. It's scary. Yeah. Anytime you're potentially at war, we are bombing them, and they don't like it.
Nope.
I'm sure they don't like it.
Right.
No, there are people, you see videos all the time. I don't know whether some of them are really real or not, but you see videos all the time of people who, death to America, death to America. We just had Americans from this country go over to Iran for the Khomeini's funeral. And we're on stage chanting death to America, and they're American citizens.
I don't agree with it.
I'm like, what?
I don't. And
that's one thing I agree with the Trump administration when they start revoking some of these visas.
Well, they don't have visas. They're natural citizens.
No, I know, but I'm saying that's
absolutely.
One thing I agree with.
Yeah, there was a woman in California just recently who was a big weapons dealer, and she was here on a visa, and they just put her in prison because she was sending weapons to Iran.
It's just such a tough situation because we're so politically divided, and Iran is using that to their advantage. Mm-hmm. They want us to be split, right?
Yeah.
You go into Central Park in England, and it is full of immigrants. Mm-hmm. I mean, they have taken over, and I tell you what, they hate England. Yet they're using their parks, they're filling up the streets. Like, it's because they didn't have any regulation. It was just anybody come as you will. And it was just, there's something about that, and this can get so political because this country is made on immigrants. Right. My legacy is an immigrant. Your legacy is, everybody came here from somewhere else.
Right.
My thing is, it has to have a control line. There has to be, if everybody in the world that wanted to come here came here at once, the entire economy would fall and we would all starve to death.
Yeah.
It's just not possible.
Right. And all these people that say our country's terrible and America sucks and blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't see anybody trying to go to the country they're from.
Yeah.
You'll see people trying to, leaving America and going to Mexico, going to Cuba.
Oh, I know.
Going to North Korea.
Anytime somebody that says that, I'm like, what country's better?
Yeah.
You tell me.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, oh, well, Greece is really nice. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You know that their dollar got destroyed like 10 years ago and there was an all-out civil war?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about it.
Yeah.
Just because they got nice weather and grapevines?
Right, exactly.
You gonna live on the Mediterranean Sea and hop in the salt water?
Yeah.
Well, where are you going to live?
Right.
How are you going to make money?
Mm-hmm.
No.
You can't, and most countries in the world, you can't just go there and live off the government. Like you can here. You can't do that.
Oh, no. They don't got, no. Nobody else does it like we do.
See what's going on in South Africa
Crazy.
right now. It's just insanity in South Africa. And
I didn't see
then
that.
there's a debate. There's a debate as to why we're allowing some of the South African people that are getting slaughtered into our country. Well,
okay.
And they're like, oh, it's Elon Musk because he was there. That's why they're allowing
You're
it.
talking about those warlords.
Yeah,
that
because
are going
they're
after the farmers.
Yeah, they're just going out there and slaughtering anybody that doesn't look like them.
Right.
And in South Africa is predominantly diverse. It's not all like the same colored people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that is true racism.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and look at what's going on in Nigeria. In Nigeria, the Muslims, they are killing Christians by the boatload, and nobody's doing anything about it.
Yeah, it's
the
Africa
Pope
is
didn't even
just the
condemn
wild, wild
it.
west
Come on,
out there.
man.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. You can't.
It is the wild, wild west in these other countries, and when people say and there was a big thing on 4th of July. People say, "Oh yeah, it's offensive to see these flags." Like,
oh my God,
you gotta be out of your mind. Why don't you go live in one of these other countries, where you don't have the right to practice your religion,
right?
And you don't have the right to go to work, and you don't have an option of where you can send your kids to school,
right?
And you don't have an option of a career.
Right, and and I seen a thing on TV the other day about somebody on this TV show that I won't give any airtime to because it's a terrible show. But
I think we know.
yeah, talking about how I feel threatened whenever I see a neighborhood with a bunch of American flags.
Oh,
Really?
yeah,
You
yeah,
live in a $2 million house.
Unbelievable.
You know, I mean, come on.
This is-
if you fly an American flag, you're a racist.
250 years, yes,
on.
it is.
That's crazy.
America has a tough history, but name a country that doesn't.
Right.
Name a country that doesn't.
Yeah.
250 years ago, it wasn't just us. 400 years ago, it wasn't just us.
Right.
It was the whole world.
And
Let's be honest.
It's easy to look at our past through the lens of today.
Yeah.
You know, but you can't. You have to look at it of the lens of the year it was going on. You know, you can't look at the 1776 through the lens of 2026.
Yeah.
You know, you have to look at it as 1776 and the compromises that were made to make this country and keep the original 13 colonies together.
Yeah.
You know, that wasn't an easy thing to do.
Right.
And did we, you know, like you said, Rocky, no country is perfect, and we're far from it.
You know what? And Steve's going to get into our contributors here, and one of our contributors was on the show a few weeks ago, and he's an immigrant.
Yeah.
Right? What I say to that, how many doctors, lawyers, high net worth individuals in this country are immigrants? A lot.
A lot.
You know why? Because they appreciate this country and know the opportunity that is in front of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So they come from a place in India where their doctorate makes them $60,000 a year,
If that. Yeah.
and they come to America and get their education and make $500,000 a year.
Yeah.
Right.
That is the U.S. That is the backbone. That is how we're built.
Right.
Good people coming into this country and taking advantage of the fruits
Right.
that this country offers and the freedoms, right?
Right, and it's just like Teddy Roosevelt said years ago, and I'm paraphrasing here about, you know, if you want to come to this country, basically he said, you got to assimilate. You've come to this country to be an American.
Right.
Not
They
a hyphenated
all
American.
said that up until these last couple of years. It's crazy.
Even Clinton said that.
Clinton said that.
Obama said that. Hillary said that.
Yeah, when Hillary was running, I
Kamala
just
said
watched a
that.
video of her last week. She was running for the election.
Yeah.
And she said, if you are here illegally, we are going to get you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that political party 15 years ago is completely different. Or is it? You know what I mean? Because I'm a very moderate person. Give me something to vote for, and I'll vote for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give me something that I can believe in.
Yeah.
Don't give me this, I'm afraid because the American flags are flying.
Right.
I'm definitely not voting with your side.
Yeah.
I mean, I
exactly.
don't want to go down the rabbit hole too much, but when it comes to that, but just look at all the Democratic socialists that were elected, or not elected, but won their primaries
Right.
in like New York and stuff.
And some of
Yeah,
them are calling for the destruction of our government.
And it's sad.
Actively
and they're going to
calling
be.
for it.
I know, but that's the plan: is to infiltrate
Yeah.
the party and then turn
Yeah.
it to the way they want.
That's what they're saying. But you know what? Now I'll say that there's a lot of good, both Republicans, Democrats in this country.
Yeah.
And I think the majority of people are moderate, somewhat. Right? You get a little bit more conservative, maybe a little bit more liberal. But I think most people, and this is a generality, meet in the middle.
So,
And if you have a good, solid ethnic and ethics on your party, you're going to get votes.
Yeah.
If you start talking bad about the country that we live in, then you're going to lose votes.
Yeah.
yeah, you're gonna lose people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's man, I had a thought and completely lost it. But you know, man. Yeah.
Because it's so hot in here.
I lost it.
Oh yeah, one of our sponsors that we just mentioned here.
Oh, so let's do that right now while we're here.
Because we can't do it without them.
Exactly.
We want to thank these people for keeping us going. Calumet Brewery, 6535 Osborne Avenue in Hammond. You can reach them at 219-845-2242. Calumet Park and Funeral Chapel, always supporting our veterans. 2305 West 83rd Avenue in Maryville. Call 219-769-8803 for special veteran savings on complete burial packages. DAV Chapter 17 to meet the first Thursday at 7 p.m. VFW Post 802, 5820 Holman Avenue. DAV Chapter 80 they meet the second Friday, which is today, Cedar Lake. at American Legion Post 261, 13050 Washington Street in Cedar Lake. You can reach them at 219-386-2282. Laborers International Union, North America 41, Luna 41, 500 Superior Street, Munster, 219-924-7922. Military Order of the Purple Heart, 721. Meet the second Thursday, 7 p.m. VFW Post 802, 5820 Holman Avenue in Hammond.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So there's a city in Michigan that the council predominantly is now Muslim.
That's Dearborn, I believe.
And, well, I didn't want to say the name, but you're right. It is. One of the first actions was to ban the Pride flag.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Yeah,
who didn't see that coming?
You vote for, right? You get what you vote for.
You get what you vote for.
Exactly.
And they don't understand what they're voting for.
No.
They just say, this is the title that I vote.
Yeah.
I am D or I am R. So whoever's got the D primary, I'm voting for, regardless.
Yeah.
And that's not right.
No.
That's blind following.
Yeah.
And that's how you end up with people in leadership like that that are not at all in your best interests. Not at all.
No, not at all.
You did no research, and you just voted your party. Well, that's why I stay in the middle, because you know what? If that's why our country is the way it is. You know, that's why our country works, and people like to hear it or not. But if it was 20 years straight of one side, if Congress, Senate, and President was R 20 years in a row, this country would be messed up. If it was D, if it was Democrat, Congress, Senate, and President 20 years in a row, this country would be messed up.
Yeah.
We have to have it. We have to have two different.
This country was set up so we could have debates.
Right.
So we could debate this stuff. And if you look at
a republic, like you said,
it's a republic,
right? and we use the democratic process.
Right. And the thing is, too, is like George Washington saw. Man, I wish I could get inside his head, you know. But anyway, he saw the downfalls of political parties.
Oh yeah,
because
he's a big historian.
Yeah, and he said that basically in his farewell address, he said, "Beware of political parties," because he was worried of people becoming more loyal to the party than they were to the republic, and that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what.
Well,
happened.
he was a big studier of the Roman Empire.
Yeah,
and not just their military, propositions and how they defeated other armies, which is why he did so well in the Revolutionary War, but the political landscape, which was their ultimate demise.
Yeah.
That's how they fell.
Right.
And so you don't want that. I mean, we're now currently, and people say, oh, we're not the strongest country in the world and we're not the richest country in the world, blah, blah, blah. Tell you what, we have the biggest economy in the world, and we intake almost 70% of all the exports from everywhere else in the world. Without us, it ain't happening.
Right.
The world needs the U.S.
Right.
Okay? The world needs us. And it's our responsibility, I think, to at least keep our front porch clean. Right? And
that's actually a good saying.
But then these other countries like Iran know that's our weak point.
Yeah.
It is the political landscape.
Yeah.
And they're anticipating a victory because the midterm election. Because one party is going to say, we need to shut this down so that we can win.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy when you look around the world, so many conservative groups are getting elected into like all the South America ones have turned to conservatives. It's happening in Europe. It's kind of nuts.
Well, they're seeing what's going on around the world, and this hate for liberty, right? Because we're not the only country that prides ourselves in liberty.
Right.
Yeah.
And even I believe it was Switzerland that just recently, their prime minister or their president, I'm not sure what she's called, but she said, look, if you're going to immigrate to our country and you don't assimilate to our rules and our values, get out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's the way it should be.
Poland don't allow
Poland don't
anything.
allow. No, they don't.
Nothing.
They don't
Oh,
Poland don't put
don't-
up with that.
They don't
Poland
play.
don't put up with that.
They don't play
No.
no games, man.
No, man, they don't.
They got some beautiful country up there,
Yeah.
and they're right on the border of a serious threat.
I
Yeah.
always wanted to go to Poland.
You know?
Yep. And they
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
have the
It's
rape
beautiful.
gangs and all that stuff going on in their
it's
country.
insanity in Ireland and England. All these people.
250,000 women and children.
Oh my God!
Just
You
getting-
talking about that grooming, like rape
Yeah,
game thing?
yeah.
Oh my God!
And
You're not
and-
safe in your own
How
country.
crazy is that? They were grooming
Yeah,
kids.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. And the police look the
decade.
other way. I mean, they're all right.
That's the type of stuff that we can't allow to happen, and that's
No.
why you need. And we spoke about this last week on the show, representing the 250th year. We've got a lot of work to do. Okay, and there's people in this country that legitimately hate this country.
Mm-hmm.
I take that as you hate me.
Yeah,
You know, and because I love this country, I love it.
me
Yeah.
too.
I would. I don't want to go anywhere else. I just want this country to get better.
I always,
Yeah.
I
You know?
always have a saying: you must be doing something right if you're pissing someone off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so I do want I want to get on the subject
Okay.
that you brought up.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Can you bring that up?
So we're
'Cause-
going down a different
Listen to this, Roger.
change.
Yeah.
So the there's a letter out from the House Veterans Affairs Committee, the chairman Mike Bost and Rep Jack Berman. They have sent a letter to the VA to review whether the VFW, the Veterans of Foreign Wars, should keep its federal accreditation to represent veterans and benefits claims. Because of a cartoon. Hey, Adriana, can you put that cartoon up? If you could see this shirt, honor the contract, and it's got politicians pointing weapons at service members. And the thing is, this cartoon is originally from the 1930s, and they just modified it a little bit, changed it a little bit. This is the third or fourth time they've used it.
1930s, huh?
Yeah,
So this is prior World War II.
yeah.
yeah.
This
Yeah.
is post World War One, where the
Yeah.
troops got pretty much treated.
Well, you had the bonus army.
Yeah,
they were promised a bonus.
and they didn't get a lot of.
No, and then our own
they didn't get
government
paid.
came out and shot at them. Eisenhower came out and shot at them.
So this is huge. I mean, that's a serious
How? And that's
cartoon. I mean that.
Yeah.
That hits me in so many levels, but I think somebody that doesn't understand anything about history would look at that
Right.
and see that as a propaganda threat, right? That is going to divide, but that is
Yeah.
what was going on.
Yeah. And here's what really gets me is the committee chairman has asked the VA to review the VFW's organization over a protest image opposing
And
his
that's-
legislation.
And that's the worst part of this whole
Yeah,
situation.
it's like they're hoping that this they can just quiet veterans down and will silently go away, but they don't know us very well, do they?
I
That
know,
is
right?
That's not gonna
strange.
happen.
That's so strange.
The
to
fact
me.
that a congressman wants to,
Yeah,
that's almost like an attack.
Yeah.
On
exactly. And
Veterans.
if this happens, then no veterans organization is safe
No.
from congressional.
So they're trying to make it to where you won't be able to be certified as a VSO or a
Yeah.
veteran service officer
At the VFW.
representing the VFW.
yeah.
There's some pretty good VSOs down in Indianapolis that help a lot of my buddies out down there that are VFW.
Yeah. And the thing is because the VFW is against this legislation that we've talked about on the show before, and so is the DAV. We all have and we all fought for the right to free speech. And that's what this is. This is they're attacking a veterans organization for saying what they feel, for
Yeah.
saying what their members are telling them,
I
And,
mean, it should be well known to all listeners out there, viewers, that these veterans organizations are the reasons why we have a lot of our benefits.
Oh, 100%.
You know, it might have been years and years and years ago that some of this stuff was rallied for, but who's out there on the steps of Congress petitioning? Who's out there editing bills and making sure that they're at the forefront of the political landscape? It's not me.
right.
It's not you.
It was those
It's-
Vietnam vets.
It's the organizations that I'm a part of and that every veteran should be a part of.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we got a caller? All right, go ahead, caller. You're on Veterans Views.
Hello, this is John. Can you hear me?
Yeah, John, go ahead.
Hey, John.
Oh, hi. I just wanted to call. I'm with the Crossroads National Veterans Museum. I'm a Vietnam era veteran also, and I'm just listening to your show. But I just wanted to take a minute to see if this is a good time. We're actually going to be at the Lake County Fair, and we're looking for volunteers. It'll help. All the proceeds will go to the Crossroads National Veterans Museum, and so we're trying to get some support there. And I just wanted to leave the message that we're looking for 24 people. We're actually helping the parking, directing the parking on the lot. So we need anyone over 18 years of age that would like to do that. So that's why I'm calling, just to see if this is a good time to put that out there. It starts from August 6th through August 16th, and people can call me I'll call the 800 number at 800-890-7614. And again, it's with the Crossroads National Veterans Museum. We're out of Cherville, Indiana. We're looking to expand, get some land. Also over on US 30, we've talked to the town council. So we're just trying to get funds to continue that process.
Okay.
Crossroads National.
Yeah, it's for the museum.
Yeah, that's what Tom Clark is a part of.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Tom Clark. Tom's been doing this for a long time. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, what's your name one more time?
John.
And then,
Ramirez.
And then can you see your phone number one last time so people can contact you?
Yes, it'll go directly to my cell phone, but you can dial 800-890-7614.
Okay.
And I also work with David Bunker. He's one of our steering committee members, and we're also doing some. We're interviewing veterans, and we're archiving all the information. We're going to them. I have an RV, and David and I have set that up to with the cameras and everything to go right to their homes. As some of these Vietnam era veterans or Vietnam veterans are getting older and older, they really can't get out much. So we're going to them. And that's what we're starting. So that's what some of the funds will be. We're fairly new here, even though Tom Clark has been with that Veterans Museum for many, 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 many years in Lake Central. He's done a great job. We're helping. We're volunteers to help him expand that museum to Cherville, and then we're also reaching out to veterans and doing interviews and archiving. So we've got a lot of work to do, but this is why I came on, just to let you know that we could use volunteers for the Lake County Fair from August 6th to August 16th. 2 shifts, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. So if anyone has time, they can call me directly and I'll set them up.
Yeah, and is that to help parking at the Lake County Fair or help parking specifically for the Veteran Museum? How is
No, we're volunteering. Crossroads, our Veterans Museum, is volunteering to help direct the parking at the Lake County Fair. So they've asked us to get as many people as we can, but there will be some proceeds for that, but it'll go directly to the Crossroads Museum for either the veterans interviews. Yeah, so that's what we're working on.
Okay.
Yeah, and so what is the status? I don't know if you know, because Pat is working intimately with trying to raise the funds for a new museum, correct? And was the Cherville Council able to fully sign the property over that they were looking to grab there on Route 30?
Great question. You're talking about Patrick O'Donnell?
Yes.
Patrick O'Donnell, we work directly with Patrick every day, and we have meetings every week online. But that's exactly the same thing. We actually met with the town council about a year ago, and we have it all on video, and they loved our proposal. We filled the house with many, many veterans from all over, and we proposed building there on US 30 at the old Ileana Speedway site, and they said yes, 3 to 5 acres. They all said yes, 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 yes. 5 people on the council said we love this, but nothing's happened since. So we don't have a lot of communication with them. We're not sure where that's at, but we did get a really positive review from all of them, and they said yes. So we thought it would work a little faster, but a year later, we're still fundraising and getting the things that we need. and hopefully get to that site. We need to. They have some 65 acres at the old Ileana Speedway on US 30, and we're trying to get 3 to 5 acres to build this National Veterans Museum to expand Tom Clark's work, what he's done, and to expand it up to a really beautiful site. So
the
location.
region needs that, and we need people like you and Tom Clark and Patrick O'Donnell and Dave Mumker, everybody that's trying to get this thing going. I'd love to see a national Veterans Museum in the region, and that's huge. So somebody's got to get in the ear of the Schererville Council. If they're all on board of handing over 3 to 5 acres, let's do it. I mean, why are we sitting on our hands for a year? You know,
well,
and
part of the problem is you got to have money to build the building.
Right. I know they're fundraising and whatnot. And Pat had mentioned like $4 to $5 million, which might be even short at this point with inflation. Yeah. But you love to get a state of the art, and there's constantly local opportunity for grants. You know, hey, if the Bears can get a $8 billion stadium built in the middle of a swamp, then hey, we should be able to build a National Veterans Museum on 3 to 5 acres of quality land off Route 30 in Schererville. So
maybe we should ask the Bears.
Oh, amen to that. Yeah. Amen to that.
Yeah, we'll raise our taxes for the Bears, but you know what? I'll pay 8 cents to the dollar instead of 7 cents to get me a museum in the region.
Absolutely.
Right.
There you go. Yeah,
that's actually a good
proposal.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind paying for that.
Right, and we're also, we're trying to, I'm a Vietnam era vet myself, stationed on the West Coast, but so we're trying to help because the veterans are, especially Vietnam veterans, we're getting older and older and older, and so our idea, one of the ideas that we had with our council, with our members, was to go to them. So that's why we're using my RV to go directly to them, interview. David Bunker set up the cameras, and we already did one interview. We're just starting that process, but we're going to them. We're going to be in Hobart, I think, in a couple weeks, interviewing a couple veterans there. So that's what we're trying to do. So we're at the very beginning stages, and we're trying to do the fundraising and do whatever we can to get things together.
Awesome.
But we appreciate you. We appreciate everything you do in Veterans Views and how you're helping veterans. So,
well, I think we've got a long-lived relationship with you and Tom Clark and the group there. We want to continue to build that and get more intimate in the future. And maybe someday we can do a joint collaboration out of that museum.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Run some Veterans Views shows out, and it'd be beautiful.
Oh, definitely. One of our plans, and I've been traveling around to many museums just to get some ideas. And I went to Texas and all around Illinois and Indiana, just started with my RV. But getting information on how they set up their museums and the huge monitors and the things that they're doing for us. So we have some great ideas. We just need to get them going, hopefully soon. Hopefully soon Schererville will get back to us,
Okay.
Yes, sir. Well, maybe they're listening right now.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Well, thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
Thanks for the call.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome,
you take
John.
care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So, I want to finish this real quick. We want to thank the Military Order of the Purple Heart, 721. Oh, I did that one already. Family Dental Care. Veterans receive free exams, x-rays, cleanings, and 10% discount on all of the services. 8 convenient Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana locations. You can reach them at 219-804-9329 to schedule your appointment today. Ron J. Pressmer Insurance Company for all your insurance needs, auto, home, life, health, business, and more. 219-844-0103. Kuziak Construction, 1235 Summer Street, Hammond, 219-923-3007. Heroes Helping Heroes, Northwest Indiana. You can reach contact founder, Rich Tokars, 219-670-2501. or www.heroeshelpingheroesin.com. White Oak Home Care, 9800 Connecticut Drive, Crown Point. You can reach them at 219-999-5869 or www.whiteoakhomecare.com.
All right.
Thank you.
Booyah!
Yep.
All right, and of course we can't do that without our contributors. We have been on the radio for a long time, and the radio's not free.
Nope.
Here at WJOB in this beautiful bunker, in this beautiful studio. Veterans Views cost money, and we volunteer to be on the show every week and bring you content so we can get your veterans' views on here. You got to call us, listeners and viewers.
Yeah.
You got to call in 219
845
1100.
Call in every week. We want to hear your veterans' views. That's the name of the show.
Absolutely.
And we want to know what you think about this anarchy going on with the VFW getting crapped on.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
And I want to know how you feel about the strength of our veterans organizations.
Yeah.
Because I owe a lot of what I have to veterans organizations.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
The
And,
DAV has been amazing for me.
Yeah. Unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
And volunteer your time. Join them. I'm calling all you Iraq and Afghanistan war veterans. I'm not talking to you, Steve. Get your butts to your local post and sign up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's $50 a year or whatever. Might even be less than that.
Yeah.
45. Doesn't matter. It supports the bigger cause. You don't have to go and have a beer every night.
No.
Right? Show up at the meetings. Find out what's going on in your community. Talk to your VSO. Find out what kind of veterans benefits that you're not receiving.
Right.
You don't get exposed to that stuff unless you are a part of these groups.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know? It's like if you want to obsess about your body and you want to get swole and you want to get jacked,
Yeah.
then you read muscle magazines and you watch workout videos and you dive into that subject matter. You want to help yourself become a better person, better your community, better your benefits, utilize your military experience after the fact that you get discharged honorably, we would hope. Join your local veterans organizations. If you're disabled and don't have a disability, work on it with the DAV, work on it with the American Legion, VFW, get with the VSO, support them.
Yep.
It's
And
very important.
They can help you get benefits you didn't even know you had.
Yeah, and so we cannot allow anybody to down the VFW the way
Yeah.
it's already
Yeah.
kind of a dwindling organization as it is.
All
but
the membership is down for all of them.
yeah, we need to get out there.
Yeah.
We need to get out there. There's a big age gap between the Vietnam vets, and then you have a little bit of the, obviously the Desert Storm vets that are probably now at age really more in the Legion. But between then and the Iraq War, there's 20 years.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is the 40, maybe 38 to 50-year-olds that are Afghanistan, Iraq, they're not at the Legions. They're not at the VFWs.
No.
Because
And-
they don't have to be.
Well,
You know
I
what I
would
mean?
say they got families, they're busy, but that's not
Well, that's
the
true,
answer. The answer is
but-
support them,
No, yeah, that's true, but it's just the Vietnam vets did really good job in helping us get our benefits, and we got a lot. We have good benefits, right?
Right.
But what happens? It
We can't-
creates complacency.
Right. We
you
can't let
know?
it slide backwards, which
Yeah.
is what's starting to happen.
Yeah, you know what?
Exactly.
I correlate that a little bit to how the labor's unions got us so many different rights and laws against overwork or underage or underpaid. And, the unions are dwindling somewhat nowadays because it's like, well, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
you did all that 100 years ago.
Yeah.
But one thing that, and I'll leave it at this, that when the Vietnam soldiers came home, they were poorly welcomed,
Oh, yeah.
but they were welcomed with open arms in the American Legion.
Yeah.
And a part of really the strength of why they are so heavily involved, the Vietnam vets with the Legion, is because they signed up as soon as they got back.
Yeah.
Some of them have been in the Legion for 60 years,
Yeah.
50 years, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But so,
Well, we're down to last couple minutes.
Yep.
I just wanted to bring up when I went on vacation, I stayed at this place called Winwil. It's a campground that the American Legion owns in Michigan by Ludington, and you can request to get a cabin for up to 5 days, and they give you a golf cart. There's like trails that go throughout the woods out there, so you can like drive the golf cart through.
nice.
They have a lake with a pontoon boat, a bunch of canoes, so you can kind of ride around in the lake. They got a little beach area. But it was nice because it was free, for one.
Nice.
Plus, they have everything there. I mean, the cabins is just like a house. It had 3 beds, a couch bed, and then had TV, AC. I mean, it was fun. We
Nice.
didn't have no service. So the kids were so bored. I had to entertain them the whole time. So that part was a little, different, but
That's
it was
awesome.
it was fun. I recommend it.
Heck
And
yeah.
I don't know why veterans aren't taking advantage of this place already.
Really? Yeah.
Because it is beautiful out
Cool.
there. It's nice. Ludington Beach is like 45 minutes away, which is where they have the big dunes and stuff where
Yeah.
everybody goes like, yeah. So
That's cool.
Sweet.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. Great shout out. I'll just say, hey, just like I do every week, it's an honor to be on the show. It's a pleasure. Chief Warrant Officer Robert Rockwell here serving volunteer every Friday morning, 0900.
Hoorah.
And be here, be square.
That's right.
Tune in, call in, 219-845-1100. We need more activity. We need more veterans to call in with their veterans' views.
Yep. And I just want to say, as always, if you need help, please reach out. There's veterans organizations out there that can help you. We can help you when we're on the air. We'll help you out, get you pointed in the right direction. 24/7, you can call 988 and then hit 1. You can talk to a veteran, and they will help you. And just take care of each other and get involved. Let's not let our benefits slide backwards.
Absolutely. God bless America.
Hoorah.
Hoorah.
Good night, Chesty, wherever you are.